Good afternoon, morning, whenever this is coming out, and welcome to today's reading vlog. In this video, we're going to be spinning a wheel to pick which of our August books from our TBR we're going to be reading. So I've already read a couple, so there's 9 options on here. To be honest, let me show you what we've got coming up. Okay, so I'll run through what we're spinning for, what our options are. So we started with 15 books and we're down to 9. So we've read 6 books off our TBR this month, which is crazy. Anyway, of those we have The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates, Wolf by Paisley Hope, Five Brothers by Penelope Douglas, The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang, Soul Searching by Lila Sage, The Last Contract of Isiko by Fonda Lee, Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Rorich, and finally Starside by Alex Astor. So there are 9 books. Let's just get into it and spin the wheel. Actually really excited for this. This is just going to be really fun. Okay. Get the lighting right on it. Let's spin and see what we get. Focus. Ooh, okay. That's fun. So, the first book we're reading is The Last Contract of Isiko by Fonda Lee, which is kind of good because it's like Friday night, so I've got all day Saturday and all day Sunday to just sit down and binge this. What is it? 500 pages. So I believe this is kind of like a sci-fi dystopian situation. This is a standalone, which is good. So in this, we're following Isiko, who I think she's 50. She's like an assassin and she's pretty much retired, and this is like her last job. It's her final mission. World of corporate espionage and shadowy secrets. I'm very excited for this. I'll be back with an update. It is raining really hard outside, which is kind of nice because I mean I was promised rain for like all of this week, and it's Sunday, and this is like probably only the third amount of rain we've got, so I'm really happy it's raining. Anyway, I finished The Last Contract of Isiko. This was really good. So I've given this a 4. My only complaint, and I have, not complaint, but my only thing, and I have seen this on quite a few reviews, is that I just want more. Like, it was really good and I really enjoyed it, but I want more. Like, I wanted more of this world and this government and like a bit more backstory and more world expanding. But I did really enjoy this. The plot twist in this was crazy. I really liked the science behind everything as well. Just definitely loved it. 4-star for that. So that means we get to pick or spin the wheel for another book. I wonder, should I just like take off, maybe like as I read each one I'll delete them off the wheel so that then we don't get it again. I am currently reading a couple. Can I reach these? I feel like that's just gonna like fall over. Okay, right. So I am currently kind of reading Sword of Kaigan by Emma Wang on my Kindle. This was also on the August TBR and I'm only about 30% of the way through this. So I'm doing that on my Kindle. But I did pause that while I read Sword of Kaigan because I don't want to be reading 2 like fantasies at the same time, even though that's a Sword of Kaigan. Paused it while I read Isiko because this is a sci-fi, whereas this is a fantasy, but I don't want the worlds to kind of over like, I did see a few similarities with the world that Fonda Lee's created here with what ML Wang created in Blood Over Bright Haven, which was really cool, with kind of the idea that like you're living on in like a dome and like water and air and all of those things are rationed. That was really cool. And I'm also listening to A Parade of Horribles by Matt Dinnerman on audio at the moment. This is the last book in Dungeon Crawler Carl, and if you've been following along, you know how sad I am that this is coming to an end. So I've got those 2 books going on as well, just so everybody knows. Now, shall we spin the wheel? Is it working? No, it's working. I'll like put it where everyone can see it. What do we got? Ooh, Soul Searching by Lila Sage. That's probably not a bad one because it's a romance, so it's going to kind of break up. And it's 300 and... Oh, there's a second book coming out. Sorry, the last page is just like a sneak peek. So this is a super paranormal romance, which is going to kind of break up all of these fantasies, which is nice. This one is following a girl, her name's Collins. She's come back to kind of, I think it's her hometown. Yeah, her hometown in Wyoming. She's like one of those people who goes and seeks out paranormal, like with all the cameras and stuff in the abandoned buildings. And she's come back to her hometown. I think there's some situations, some like external things that cause that. Oh my, the MMC's name is Brady Cooper. That kind of reminds me of that like famous actor or whatever his name is, Bradley Cooper. So and it's roommates. So she becomes his roommate. Huh, that's really cool. So it's like roommates. I'm assuming it's some kind of like, probably not dislike to lovers because they're roommates, but like friends to lovers situation. It's exciting. And we are only in August, but like we're kind of getting in the vibe of Halloween's coming up. Like I'm gonna do a bunch of vlogs closer to Halloween of like thrillers and things. And I did enjoy The Rebel Blue Ranch by Lila as well. It wasn't my favourite, but I enjoyed it. So I'm hoping this is the same. And I'll give you guys an update later on. Okay. So it's been about 3 days since we spun and got Reign of Shadows and Endings, right? But because I'm going to read this on my Kindle, because it's on Kindle Unlimited, I said, no, I'm going to finish my current read, which is Sword of Kaigen, before I pick up this, because I don't want to juggle 2 fantasy reads on my Kindle. I'm currently, so that was like 3 days ago, and I'm still only 70% of the way through the Sword of Kaigen, because it's just very difficult it's a high fantasy, so, and it's like 600 pages, so I'm trying to absorb everything and understand everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to spin for another book, because these are all, there's like one fantasy and that's a romantasy. So we're going to spin for another book and hopefully get something a bit lighter, so that I'm still reading my August TBR while I'm trying to finish Sword of Kaigen, and I'm not just like trying to wade my way through Sword of Kaigen. So let me grab my iPad, because I didn't actually get that before I sat down, which that wasn't my best idea. No, because I also make the rules. I'm going to, if I roll and get the Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang, I'm rolling again, because that is that's another high fantasy. So I'm not going to go with that one until after I've finished these 2 books that are going on. Let me just check. So I need to remove this off there. So there should be 6 books. Is there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, there is. Cool. Right. Let's spin the wheel. It's so interesting, like how the colours are like changing as well. You're removing bits of pie. Watch, we'll get the Dragon Republic. Oh no. Gallows Hill. It's exciting. Oh my gosh. I should not have tried to do that one-handed, but it's okay because we got what we were looking for. So Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates. This is a haunted house situation kind of book, except I believe we're actually set at a winery, which is very cool. How long's this? It's about 350 pages. So this is something I can read when this is hurting my head too much. So does anything... Okay, so some people are found dead. There's a curse. Don't really know. I'll give you an update though on it when I start to read it. I read another book by her, The Haunting of Ashburn? No, Gillespie. The Haunting of Gillespie House. And that was 3 books. That was like only 150 pages of the actual books, and then the rest were all novellas. However, this looks like it is 350 pages purely of this. So I'm very excited. I will give you guys an update either when I finish this or when I finish this. It'll be probably this one, I would say. There we go. Alright, time to finish this video off because it needs to be uploaded tomorrow. So, when we last spoke, it was the weekend and I was... Oh no, I just like kicked my rug. Going to read The Book Thief and Gallows Hill. The Book Thief I gave 4.5. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did read this in school, so I mean technically it's probably a reread. But this is really good. It's just... I used to be obsessed with this like historical kind of fiction genre where we're set in like these world wars and we're following all these different people and things. So, I really liked this. I mean, it's... I don't really know if you need a synopsis, but we're basically following a girl called Liesel. She picks up like a book in the snow one day. So in Nazi Germany, they used to burn like all these books that didn't align with their beliefs. So she picks up this book and eventually slowly teaches herself how to read. And then she starts like stealing more books off these burning piles. And we kind of go from there. Then I read Gallows Hill by Darcy Coates. Now, this is my second book by this author. Yes, my second book by this author. And I gave this a 3, I think. I don't know what's on my hand. It's some kind of like... It's either dirt or like paint or something. I don't know, but... I'm going for a shower after this, so it's fine. I'll get it off. Anyway, this one, you're following Margot. She has just gone back to her family's winery because her parents have just passed away. And she's now like the sole heir to this winery. And so she goes there, she goes for the funeral. She hasn't been there since she was 8. And then she goes, and the house is also now hers. So she stays in the house and weird things start happening. My drama with this one was I wanted more of the like mystery kind of element to this. So like, yes, it's a horror, but we also have like a mystery kind of component to that. I wanted more of that. I wanted more of us finding out the what, the why, and then going like more into depth and what happened afterwards. That was my only drama there. That leaves us with 2 books on the August TBR, and it is the 25th today, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days left in August. I'm doing a readathon for those last 3. So, we have now got Wolf by Paisley Hope left on the TBR, and The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang, which I don't really know what I'm going to do about this, because it's about the 3rd time I've had it on the TBR, and it's like almost a year and a half ago I read The Poppy War. So I really don't know what I'm going to do. I think I need to keep thinking on this. Am I even going to continue this trilogy at this point? I want to, but like, am I going to? Apparently not. And then the 3rd book, you may be wondering, there was 3 books left after that. Yeah, it was Starside by Alex Astor. I've started this one because I've got the audiobook on Audible. So I'm doing like a bit of an audio listen and then reading the physical as well. In between, I'm currently obsessed with the Heart series by Vic Peters, so I'm listening to this as well. I'm about 15% through, and I am enjoying it. I think I'm glad I've given Alexander like a second chance, because I didn't like Lightlock very much. I didn't mind the first book, and then I didn't like it after the second, didn't like the third, and then haven't continued the rest of it. But I am enjoying this. I will say I am enjoying this. So stay tuned for more on Starside. You'll obviously be getting other updates. Alrighty, so that is the August video where we spun the TBR wheel. We got through quite a few books in this, so I hope you all enjoyed. There'll be more videos obviously coming out. Our next one is going to be our August 24-hour readathon, so that'll be up in 2 weeks from today, so stay tuned if you want to see that. Otherwise, I post every weekend. Have a lovely rest of your day or night. Let me know what you read in August, what your favourites were, and I will see you guys in the next video.